Welcome back to Diary of a Speed Reader. Today's book is 100,000 Kingdoms by N.K. Jemisin, and I'm going to give it 4 stars. Now, this book is in the genre of sci-fi fantasy, and I don't know a lot about this genre, but I will say this girl can write. I came into this book, I immediately was drawn into this very fantastical world, and the thing that I really like about her is sometimes a lot of authors go too far in the descriptive that they never get to plot, and that drives me insane. I mean, you can only hold it for so long until you can join the storyline a little bit. This book gets right to it really fast, and I'm going to give you 3 kind of things that stuck out to me from the book. But before we get into that, I just want to remind you, February is Black History Month. If you're looking at your bookshelves and it doesn't look so diverse, take from my list. I'll be previewing books all month, 4 and 5 stars that I have no problem recommending. Now, let's get into this first book of the trilogy. Here we go. Now, without giving away spoilers, the first point has to do with this powerful, dangerous, this amazing weapon. And it's transformed into something that fits her. I'm gonna tell you how it was transformed. I think that's such an interesting allegory to life. We had all these tools and all these weapons that are very, very intense, but the ability to transform it from masculine to feminine, the ability to still use it as a powerful extension of yourself. Interesting theme. The second thing happens around page 58, and she's talking about the fact that there's this control over this extremely powerful being, and she says something to the effect of, without giving away spoilers, the desire to diminish this person and kind of crush their spirit and control them is so irresistible, don't you think? And I can't tell if she's making a broader political statement. I mean, it's the appropriate plot point at that point, but I just find that so fantastic that she brings the psychology of that plus the bigger moral question front and center. Now, the last thing I really like is the 2 souls living in one person concept, and it's throughout the book, but I'm really thinking about page 143 when it all comes to a head with some of the background story. This idea that a woman might have this aggressive, one soul, powerful, what have you, and then this core person that is a different sort of person, and how do you manage those 2 things to really still express who you are, whether it's 2 souls fighting in this sci-fi way or something else. I just think it's really fascinating as a plot point and as something that's going to travel through to the other 2 books in the trilogy. I want to comment on, when I was searching for books, I did not realize I came across articles that really discussed how few minority writers and women writers there are in sci-fi relative to the bulk of what's written. It's very fascinating. I would say that this does have a very distinctive voice, and if this is your genre, check it out. Speed reading stats. This book was 282 pages. It took me 57 minutes to read it. If you care about speed reading, I've got a link in my bio, plus all the other ways that you can reach me. You can also comment below, which I love. Also, I wanted to give a shout out to the Tampa Bay Library Consortium. I needed for this month to try to find resources because so many books were checked out at the New York Public Library, which is awesome. I love that people are using this major national resource. Support your local libraries. Finally, thank you so much for liking, sharing, forwarding, and otherwise supporting my effort in this reading thing. I appreciate you, and I will see you tomorrow.